in the Bellator tournament welterweight division. Inside the cage, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He wears the red trunks trimmed in blue. At 6'3", he weighed in at the welterweight limit, 170 pounds. By besting a field of 79 fighters in the Kansas City Open tryouts, he's earned his place in the Bellator tournament. Tonight, the kickboxer brings an impressive professional record of 17 victories, 12 by way of knockout with 4 submissions against 5 defeats. From Winfield, Kansas, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Evolution, Tyler Stinson. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the blue corner. Wears the red trunks trimmed in black. At 6'2", he weighed in the same 170 pounds. A battle-tested and well-rounded fighter who in 2009 sent a shockwave throughout the sport with his devastating knockout of Akihiro Gono by head kick, a finish that would go down as one of the year's most memorable. Tonight, the freestyle fighter enters the Bellator cage with a professional record of 19 victories, 9 by knockout, 2 by way of submission against 2 defeats. Drawing strength from his Native American ancestry, a member of the Eastern Band Cherokee tribe, fighting out of Cherokee, North Carolina, introducing Dan, the Handler Hornbuckle. And inside the cage, the referee in charge of this contest, Kevin Mulhall.
Okay, fighters. All right, guys, you've both been given your rules. Obey my commands at all times. Defend yourself at all times. If I tell you to break clean. Any questions? Tap them up, come back out fighting.
Yesterday was Dan Hornbuckle's first wedding anniversary. His wife, Melody Hornbuckle, in his corner tonight. Tyler Stinson was originally scheduled to fight in a Bellator feature bout next week at Bellator 16 in Kansas City. 2 weeks ago, we found out that he would be replacing Sean Pearson in Bellator's welterweight tournament. Pearson out through a partially torn MCL. But bell in round number 1. Stinson in the red and blue trunks, Hornbuckle in the red and black trunks. Kevin Mulhall, the referee.
Both guys in the southpaw stance. You don't see that too often, Sean. A lot of times it throws a striker off to face another southpaw.
Kick by Stinson. Knee by Tyler Stinson. Stinson actually walking down Dan Hornbuckle.
Well, you know, it's funny. Both these guys, I'm sure, are used to being the longer, taller guy. And both these guys giants at 6'2". You know, it's another guy who can hit you at distance. That can be uncomfortable.
Stinson absolutely thrilled, as he told us in his fighter meeting, to have this opportunity to face Dan Hornbuckle. I don't believe in no-lose situations in life, certainly not in MMA, but it's a great opportunity for Stinson.
There are only 2 kinds of fights, Sean. Easy fights and great opportunities. One man's easy fight is the other guy's great opportunity.
North-south by Tyler Stinson, moving from behind.
And I don't mean Stinson's an easy fight. I mean, that's how a fight is sold to you. Like, oh, you got an easy fight. Well, that guy has a great opportunity. Oh, man, beautiful job going for the armbar. Look at the flexibility of Dan Hornbuckle. Knee all the way past his face.
Incredible flexibility by Hornbuckle. Looking for the quick finish on Tyler Stinson.
Now going for the triangle. Stinson has to posture out of this.
Hornbuckle trying to lock up the triangle on Tyler Stinson. Dan Hornbuckle looking for the quick finish in his Bellator debut, and that triangle is tight.
Wow, with these legs, that's going to be hard to get out of, Sean. He's pulling that head down, restricting the blood flow. If he stays here, we're going to see attack. Stinson has to get out of this. He has to sit back and get postured up, get his head out of there.
Hornbuckle has the triangle locked in, cranking on it. Stinson still working out, trying to punch his way out. Referee Kevin Mulhall taking a very close look.
Now, the only problem here with that build of Dan Hornbuckle is he has long legs. There's a lot of space. You see Stinson trying to use that space. He's trying to hold out in this triangle, but man, this is tight.
There's the tap. Cool as you like on the finish by Dan Hornbuckle in his Bellator debut.
And everybody was talking about the striking of Dan Hornbuckle, about his kickboxing, the head kick knockout of Akihiro Gono, but it was his jiu-jitsu that won the fight. He told us in the interview, he said, my strength is my jiu-jitsu. Man, he wasn't kidding. That was a beautiful triangle.
The flexibility of Hornbuckle First spinning into the armbar, couldn't find it, then into the triangle.
Man, that is a beautiful finish, and it shows a big statement. It says no matter where you get me, you are not safe. You may be scared of my kickboxing and my knockout power, but you're no safer on the ground, man. Beautiful triangle.
No shame for Tyler Stinson. An elation for Dan Hornbuckle. Happy first anniversary, Dan and Melody Hornbuckle. That's a quality win.
Oh, that certainly is. And, you know, all credit to Tyler Stinson. He came out hard, you know, was in Dan Hornbuckle's face, was aggressive, but in the end, he did not have the skill to overcome Dan Hornbuckle's versatility. So you can get another look at that submission. And here, early on in the fight, we're gonna see that submission right here, that triangle, man, beautiful textbook triangle, shin across the back of Stinson's head, locking up the arm, and you see that right hand pulling down on his own shin. That tightens it up, makes it so hard to get out. Blood rushes to your head and has nowhere to go, no choice but to tap by Tyler Stinson. You see it here, slightly different angle, but it's here, that right hand on the shin. Right here, that's what gives you that pressure, that pull down where you have no choice. You can't breathe and no choice but to tap. Nowhere for the blood to go. His wife is thrilled. Happy anniversary.